Hello everyone, welcome to Opine group and welcome to Python. My name is Mrs. Manjusha Kalgaonkar, and before understanding what is Python and why we are using Python and why today we are here to understand what is Python, I would like to introduce you to myself. Now, I have got around 28 years of experience. I have got experience in several fields, C, C++, data structures. I have worked in the embedded field. I have also been in teaching since a very long time. I have been working on several projects, and recently, around 5 years ago, I have shifted to Python because I find Python is a very, very user-friendly, convenient language with a very simple syntax, easy English-like, and I find it very popular with all my students. Those who are professionals or those who are even in college, they find Python very simple, and they would like to explore more and more Python. So let us move and explore Python. Now, what is Python basically? Just now we said that I was in C, C++. So I've been working in several programming languages. Many of you must have been also working in several programming languages previously. Now, like C, Java, etc. Now, Python is also a programming language, a high level programming language, which has got a very simple syntax, and the focus is more towards the logic. The programmer can focus on the logic of the program rather than the syntactical errors, because it's very English-like and simple. Now, Guido von Rossum was the person who invented Python, and one of his aim was to keep it so that the user finds it fun to use it, and especially in the field of scientific development was the one which he decided. But later on, it became popular and popular more and more, and today every year there is a new version coming up in Python. Now it has become a big buzz. Every person is talking about Python. Every company is talking about Python, and we want to shift to Python. Especially the people who are working in data science, data analysis, artificial intelligence, machine learning. Everybody is using Python. Now, why they are using Python? The simple it is a high level interpreted language. What do you mean by interpreted? I have a C program, I have to write a .c file, to create a .obj, then a .exe, etc. This is not Python. Python interprets every line by line the entire code, and then it works on it. Now, the syntax of Python is so small that the people who are working in C, C++, Java find it very nice, because the coding works out in very small steps as compared to C, C++. It is an interactive language. You can store a .py file, or you can directly work on the shell. I'll just show you how we move on to the shell. Now, this is the typical Python shell, and I suppose I want to say print. I can write it into a program, or I can just do it over here. Say welcome to Opine. Mind you, I am working directly on the shell, and it is working. So I can write the commands on the shell also, and I can store them in the .py file. Now, this is called as interactive language. Python, being a 5GL, is an interactive language. It is modular, that is, you can create small modules of your own, and people can use your modules. You can use other people's modules, and it becomes very user friendly to do that. It is dynamically typecast. All the 4GLs or the 4th generation language were statically typecast, but whereas Python is dynamically typecast. Again, we will just see what it is actually. What do you mean by dynamically typecasting? Take an example of a variable x. I store the value 10 into x, and now I'm going to print x, and I'm also going to print the type or the data type of x. Now, as we see, looking at this, we can directly say that yes, x is an integer, and yes, x is an integer. Now I change this x to Opine group as a string, Opine group. This is possible. Now, there is no static hard coding that x has to be an integer. And now again I'm going to write the same print command, where I'm going to print x, and I'm going to print the type of X. We will see it has allowed us to change it to Opine group, and now he has also changed dynamically the data type of Opine group. This is called as dynamic typecasting. This is possible in Python. It is an object-oriented programming language where we can write your own classes which are your own data types, and these classes have their own functions, and it is very modular, just like C++. Actually, Python works very much similar to C++. It is portable. It can run on Unix, Mac, Windows 2000, etc. Now, these are all the plus points of Python, and hence Python has got a lot of applications. It is a high-level language. It is also extensible in C++ and C. Now, I just said that it has got a lot of high-level applications. Let us see what are the applications. If you see on this slide, you can find there are some of the applications of Python. You can use it on web programming, internet development, like AWS very much uses Python. Some GUI applications, Tinkerton library is very user-friendly and helps us for GUI applications. Scientific applications, very simple with Python. Software development, yes, because the number of lines are less and it's a very simple code. Education, very important. You find today Python is also introduced at the school level because of its simple syntax. Lot of business applications where it is used in data science, and in data science crunching of data is very easy using Python, NumPy, Pandas, etc. Gaming, network programming, the database access with Python, SQL, Postgres, everything is easy, and you find it very user friendly to go into the database, access the database, come back to Python. All this can be done. Now we just said lot of applications, but if you can just see, if you see on the screen, you will find 7 companies, 7 world-class companies, not small. They are also shifted to Python. Now we'll just see one by one which company is using which facility of Python. Now let us begin with the big one, Google. Google has many online services like Android, Google Search, YouTube. This uses Java and Python, and typically Python is used extensively in app development, that is on the mobile side. Netflix is using machine learning, that is more to say machine learning where lot of movies are screened, scrutinized, more than that, scrutinized, that this is belonging to say historical, this is belonging to say entertainment, etc. And NLTK, that is natural language processing, it pulls out, is used typically in Netflix to scrutinize the movie. And image processing of Python, very easy. Netflix is using all that also to show its thumbnails. Now we must have all used Dropbox. Dropbox has got where we are taking all your files, photos, videos, sharing with our friends. All this we can put it on to the cloud. Accessing is very easy, and Dropbox's entire thing is written in Python. Entire. Then there is a financial startup company called as Strip, which enhances financial startup. It is using Python because Python is helping with all the calculations and data crunching. So Strip is using that. The next is Reddit. Reddit is for content ranking about the social news. We see there are social news, then we rank those news, and libraries of Python, machine learning libraries typically of Python are used by Reddit for its content ranking. Instagram all of us are using photo, video, Facebook. Then they are also using machine learning. They are also using image processing. Spotify is also using Python because the speed of the development of the entire application is very fast, and music streaming thus helps a lot in music streaming. Now, yes, many companies are working in Python. Python is very easy, but the question which remains in everybody's mind is, who can learn Python? Can I learn Python? Many of my students ask, can I learn Python? Yes, anybody can learn Python. You do not need any particular background for that. Actually, it is very easy to learn, and it is actually, I can say Python is an intuitive language. So it's a perfect programming language according to me. Now, many of my IT students also come to Opine group. They ask, we don't have any coding experience, we don't have any background, can we learn Python? Yes, I would say Python should be the first language you should learn, because it is English-like and it will help you to focus more and more on your logic in programming. You can see on the screen there are some of the job profiles, typical job profiles of Python, many of them ranging in different applications of Python. Now, actually, if you just surf the internet, the number of jobs in Python are really high, and the people available in Python are low. So please take a chance, please learn Python, and you can move on. Now we will just understand few of the job profiles or career opportunities in Python where we can get into. The first and foremost is a Python developer. You can design websites. If you are interested in designing websites, okay, no problem, go ahead with Python. Data analytics, yes, data analytics is a wide area application of Python where lot of data today is available. As we just said, database access is very easy in Python. So all these things contribute to data analytics, and many of the issues which were in data analytics, they were resolved using Python. Now the code which is written, it should be reusable and efficient, which is happening in Python. The existing data algorithms, yes, you can improve them. They are written in C. Some part you move to Python, go back to C, go back to C++, no problem. Data security and protection. It is you can have lot of password protections in Python for different files. This is a field in itself. Then this is for a Python developer. We all today want to become data analysts. Why do we want to become data analysts? Because there's a lot of data. It has to be accessed. It has to be worked with. So this access of this data and working with this data correctly can happen with Python, because we have got a lot of libraries like Panda, SkyPy, NumPy. They are very useful in completing this task. Then product manager, yes, the products which are developed in Python need a lot of data today. The products today which are developed, so they are moving to Python. Machine learning. Now I'll just talk a little bit about machine learning. What do you mean by machine learning? Today, if I see a cat, I know it is a cat. Why? Because I'm seeing cats since I was a child. I see a dog, I know it is a dog because I'm seeing it since I was a child. Same way I can discriminate between fruits, etc. How do I teach a computer to do this? The computer can make its own set of rules. Like I have made a set of rules that cat is smaller in size as compared to a dog. Cat mews, then cat has a specific type of tail. Dog has a long snout, etc. I have made these rules in my mind unknowingly. Machine learning systems also do that. Now, who is helping these systems? Python. Python has got a lot of libraries which helps machine learning systems. Now, machine learning engineering is a field in itself, and machine learning engineer is a role today for typically for data automation or natural language processing, etc. The machine learning engineer learns machine learning techniques and programs to do it accordingly. Now, the question comes with freshers. There are many freshers who say, I've learned this, I've learned that, but I'm not getting the right job. I'm not getting a job, first of all. But Python offers a lot of career options for freshers, because if you have proper knowledge and you have got a capacity to learn quickly, you should have a solid foundation, of course. You can come to Opine for that, and then you have got a lot of problem solving ability, no problem. Come to learn Python, move on in life, move on ahead, go ahead in your career. Now, for experienced people in Python, you want to change. You're working in some different field, but you may be in the functional field, you may be a developer or a product manager in another field, no problem. Python, you can move on anytime and go ahead. This is one of the I have just served today. How many, if you see, jobs in 2023 are in Python. You find it on the top of the list today. There's 60% of job increase in Python in India. Currently, today there were 18,000 job openings, senior and junior developers, and high paying. I know you must be having a lot of queries about how to move ahead, how to go ahead. Please contact us on this number which you see on the screen. You can visit us. We'll be very happy to talk with you and serve you. Then why learn Python at Opine? The main question. We are all practitioners over here. Whatever we do, we work, we teach in every field. So in Python also, whatever we work, we start practicing. Today we are also into cloud, into Python, any branch we are there. So we are working in real life and we are teaching you, which is definitely going to be very beneficial for you. So do visit us, do speak with us and enroll yourself. Thank you very much for your time.